I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Today we're doing a 3-card read. Past, present, and your future collective, okay? The first card that we have here is past energy, and it's player, strategic. And so maybe possibly in the past, maybe you were a player. Maybe you were someone who was very strategic on how you dealt with people, whether this was romantically or in general. Maybe you were known to be that person that was nickel slick. People had to be prepared and have your penny change because you were very clever. You were known to be a player or known to be very smooth, okay? Whether you are a male or a female, or if this is not your energy, maybe there's someone that you dealt with in your past who was very conniving, kind of a con artist energy, snakish energy, maybe not emotionally available, someone who had a lot of partners, but made false promises when it comes to their romantic connections or even friendships, okay? So this could be romantic or this could be in general. Maybe you've known someone who was just had that player energy, okay? This is past energy, okay? And maybe it became so bad, whether this is your energy or someone else's, you did not like the way your life was going. You got to a point where you desired change, collective. Whether this is you or you experiencing someone you knew that were around you in your past, okay? This is the energy of someone who's in balance, okay? This is also someone who is insecure, the energy of someone wanting to control and be in control. They don't feel adequate or superior unless they are in control and able to dictate what goes on in a relationship, what you're doing, how you're doing it. This is also the energy of someone who likes a lot of attention and who moves and do things for admiration. But this energy here is of the past. And so whether you're coming out of this energy, you're doing maybe healing work, you've overcame this, or you've overcame a relationship, someone you dated, okay? Or maybe you were married to this person, okay? Put it where it resonates for you. Or maybe you were friends with someone who had this player energy, okay? Every time you turn around, they had a new one, that kind of person, they was that player energy, they change partners like they change their socks, okay? Well, if they change them every day. But I had with that joke in there. But this past energy here, you got to a point where you no longer wanted to deal with it. You no longer wanted to be that person or deal with it if it was coming from somebody and they were acting this way towards you. You were very unsatisfied. You began to go into reflection and come to an understanding that you are more than what you were enduring at that time. And I'm picking up, you dealt with a lot of betrayal, a lot of uncertainty in your life when you were dealing with this person or if you were this person. So put it where it resonates, okay? So this is the past energy, okay? Now in the present, you could be dealing with being at the crossroads, looking for a direction to go in. So presently, you are working towards your healing process. You're making progress. You're coming out of this playboy or playgirl energy, or even dealing with people who has this kind of energy, even if it's a friend or an associate. I'm picking up you don't want to socialize with this kind of energy. And so you are making a lot of choices in your life that will be beneficial for you. I'm picking up the energy of someone who wants to shift the vibration. You want to open up opportunities for progress, and you understand and you understand in order to do so that there are changes that need to be made inside of you as well as outside of you. So I see you, collective, coming out of this crossroads energy. You won't be confused. You do know what direction that you want to go in. You're just trying to figure out, okay, Break up with, if it's a dating situation. Okay, I know I got to break up with this person. Maybe if it's a friend, someone who's your best friend who you hang out with, maybe they brag on having a lot of partners. Well, you know what? I got to let them know I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want that kind of energy around me. And so you know what direction right now you're just working strategically. You're working strategically to be wise, to begin your healing process and move forward, because you are desiring a new life for yourself, and you're maturing, you're growing, you're blossoming, and you're realizing that it's time to change. It's time to change something. You could be exhausted and tired with doing the same old thing. It happens, okay? Even if it's partying and hanging out, there will come a point where you will get tired of partying. I mean, you can do so much partying, like just like you can only do so much shopping. There are limits, you will become bored with it. And Spirit is saying that's intentional, that's purposely. It's supposed to be that way, because that is your spiritual nudge to go in another direction, which is what we have here, crossroads, and has direction at the bottom, okay? And so that is the present. Presently, in the past, it was player energy that you were in or you were dealing with. But in the present, you are working on healing yourself, and you are releasing yourself from anyone who is in this kind of deceitful, strategic player energy. You don't want it around you, nor do you want to be this person anymore. And so that's truly beautiful. Congratulations for you. And so you're willing to endure and accept whatever changes that are needed. The next card we have here is your future, okay? And so in the future, it says whole inner growth, okay? And so this is a positive, whole inner growth, okay? And so while you're working on, the healing process, continue to do so. Remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. Keep going, keep your boundaries. I'm actually picking up someone who has a rule like, look, I'm not dealing with nobody who got that nickel slick mentality. Okay, not even a friendship, not romantically, not no friend coming around me. uh, Hey dog, guess what I did the other night? Girl, guess who I met that? You're not even, you don't want to hear it. I'm picking up, you just don't want to hear it. You don't want to be around it. And I'm also picking up, you are reflecting on, wow, I dealt with that energy. It makes you wonder if this person is being slick with other people. I wonder how many times have they slid by me and did some shady ish. It could have been anything. I'm picking up on that energy. I had to mention that. And so that's for somebody, not everybody. You could be reflecting on that, like, wait a minute. If I dealt with a friend that was in this nickel slick player strategic energy, let me get them before they get me. I wonder how many times did they slick me out of something and I don't even know. But I see you surrendering this. That is the past. Presently you're working on healing, and in the future you're working on wholeness and inner growth and having peace for yourself, because you are desiring to see change, and you understand in order to see change you have to surrender the past, and that is key. That is something that many people are unaware of. You can't hold on to the past and expect to get a different result. You can't hold on to who you used to be, or just energy that doesn't reside with you, and expect to get a different result. Some people choose to stay where they are, and I guess they say, well, I get it next lifetime. I'll get my blessing next lifetime. It's the truth. Some people just rather remain in their comfort zone, but to each his own, because I see wholeness, peace and wholeness for you in your near future. A lot of great opportunities, new relationships, a new perception of life, how to interact with people. And also, you will be taking from your past how to recognize this player, this strategic energy here. You will learn. You have learned. Spirit is saying, if anyone was to come with this energy towards you, you will immediately remove yourself. I don't see you in the energy of being confrontational, because you know what direction you want to go in. I see you quickly and swiftly, removing yourself, and make sure that you stay grounded in your wholeness and your renewal. Okay. So this concludes the reading. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.